Hi, and welcome to this Magic 3 practice. It's a great practice for warming up the body, mobilizing the joints. It's a short practice. Once you do it a few times and you remember the flow, it's really easy to just do in a few minutes. I'll be taking it more slowly because I'll be giving a lot of instruction along the way. And this is, I got it from Sequence Wiz from Olga Cabell. So give her credit for that. And we're going to do just 3 poses. So we're going to start with a pose called Chakravakasana. So we're going to be in tabletop position. So here on our hands and knees, want to make sure your back is nice and straight so that you get enough room here between your hands and your knees. And spread your fingers comfortably wide, not like so hard that it hurts, but just, nice and wide. And then these index and middle fingers are basically pointing to the top of your mat as your other fingers are spread wide, your thumb is spread wide. Ensure that your shoulders are right over your wrists. And by spreading your fingers wide like this, you can feel that you're kind of dispersing your weight, that it's not all back here in your wrists, because you really want to protect your wrist joints. And then moving back, check that your knees are even, that one knee isn't in front of the other, and that your knees are directly beneath your hips. And what we're going to do for the movement is we're going to take well, why don't you watch first? And then we'll do it together. So on the exhale, I'm going to first bring my forearms down to the floor, followed by my head. And then I'm going to come up. That's the first part of the movement. Let me show you 2 more. The second part of the movement is on the exhale, forearms to floor, head to floor, and then I'm going to push my hips back towards the floor, but only halfway. Inhaling up. And then the third movement is we're going to come hips all the way back as far as they can go. So I'll just show you that. It may look different in your body, which is totally fine. And inhaling up. So it's a nice progressive stretch for the back, which you'll feel when we're doing it in parts. So let's start together. Let's first inhale in place. Start your exhale, squeeze your abdominals, start to move your hips back a little bit just as your forearms basically are coming down in your forehead. And we're just going to stop here. Inhaling up. And let's do just that much 2 more times. So exhaling, bringing your forearms to the floor, followed by your head. Your hips are only going back as far as they need to accommodate that other movement. Inhaling up. And exhaling down, forearms to the floor, forehead to the floor. And inhaling up. Now we're going to go a little bit further this time, that 2/3 of the way down. So exhaling, bringing your forearms down, your forehead down, and now sliding your hips halfway back. Inhaling up. Give a little arch in your back here, bringing your chest forward, getting a nice stretch across the back this way. Exhaling down, forearms coming down, forehead, hips halfway back. Finish your exhale. Inhaling up. And one more time just like that. Start the exhale, squeeze your abdominals, bring your forearms down, then your head, hips halfway back. Finish your exhale, finish your movement, finish your exhale. Start the inhale, start coming up. Finish your movement, finish your inhale, and now let's come all the way back. So start your exhale, squeeze your abdominals, start moving, forearms down, forehead down. Now hips all the way back. Finish your movement, finish your exhale. Start your inhale. Start moving, coming back up slowly, timing it to your breath. Finish your movement, finish your inhale. Let's do that again. Start the exhale, squeeze the belly, forearms down, head down, hips sliding all the way back. Inhaling up. Okay. The next pose is Bhujangasana. I'm going to get on my stomach. I'd encourage you to watch while I demo, and then I'll have you join in. So your hands are going to be under your shoulders, and even a little ahead of your shoulders, as your forearms are going to be on the floor. Your forehead is flat down on your mat, so you're looking right at your mat. And on the inhale, we're going to pull up our head and chest without using our arms. They're just not going to move. And notice my neck is still nice and straight. I'm not putting a big angle in it. I'm not really looking up. I'm just looking at my mat. And then exhaling down. So you can give this a try. Lay down on your stomach. Arrange your hands. Your hands and elbows are close to your body. Your forearms are on the floor all the way back to your elbows. They're just basically resting there. We'll inhale together. On the exhale, squeeze your belly and as you rise up off the mat, bringing your head and chest up off the mat, feeling those muscles in your lower back working and stretching, your abdominals. Exhaling down nice and slow with the breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And this time let's stay up for 3 breaths. So inhale up. Exhale in place. Inhale. Exhale. When we do these holds, we're really building strength, as you can probably feel. Please come down if you need to. Inhaling up, inhaling in position. And finally exhaling all the way down. And just take a breath here. Okay, let's work our way up to our knees. And if you need some padding for your knees, please put a blanket here. I'm going to get mine. So we can be on our knees. This is called Vajrasana. So I'll demo first and then you can do it with me. So we'll have our arms up overhead. On the exhale, we're going to squeeze our belly as we come down into child's pose. And then inhaling up, leading with the chest, keeping the forearm or the biceps aligned with the ears. So it takes a lot of core work and balance to come down and come back up. So let's do this together. Bring your arms up overhead. You're on your knees. Your knees are a little distance, a few inches apart, whatever feels comfortable for you here. Let's inhale together. On the exhale, squeeze your belly. Start to lower yourself down to the mat. All the way down into child's pose. Start your inhale, leading with the chest, keeping your ears aligned with your biceps, coming back to start. And again, exhaling down, squeezing the belly as you come back into child's pose. Inhaling up, leading with the chest. If you run out of breath, then only go that far in your movement. Don't be moving and holding your breath. So if you are exhaling and you only come to here halfway, then come on up on your inhale. Still really good work. So exhaling down, squeezing the abdomen down into child's pose. And inhaling up. Let's do two more. Exhaling down, squeezing the belly, bringing your belly button to your spine, you can think of. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And inhaling up. Exhaling, arms down. All right, I invite you to take a few minutes here in Savasana. You can have a blanket or pillow under your head if you would like. I like to put a blanket under my knees. And just lay on your back and get comfortable. And if having your legs flat isn't comfortable, maybe having one knee bent or two knees bent, that's totally fine. You just want to find a nice, comfortable position on your back where you can relax. So get comfortable, find that position. You might need to wiggle around a little bit to find just the right spot. And now just lay still. Allow your body to breathe naturally. Tune into how your body's feeling. You can notice how your chest or belly is rising on the inhale, coming back down on the exhale. Notice where your body is in contact with the floor. Maybe your head, your shoulders and upper back, your arms and hands, your hips, maybe your legs or your feet. And just see if you can relax just a little bit more. What are you holding that the floor could hold for you instead, or the ground if you're outside? How can you let the floor hold you even that little bit more release? And if you have time, I invite you to stay and relax in Savasana more. And if it's time for you to come out, I'll guide you through. Just slowly start to move your fingers and your toes. Move your hands and feet. Start bringing some movement back. Take a few deeper breaths as you start to come back to the current time and space. And when you're ready, slowly roll yourself over to one side. And feel free to stay there. I like to put an arm under my head for comfort. I still have my eyes closed. And after a few breaths, when you're ready, I invite you to slowly work your way back up to a seated position. And thank you for practicing with me.